I have no idea what's happening to anime anymore. This anime is going so weird. Oh, what is happening with Vash? This anime used to be, I don't know, family friendly, but what happened with this anime? This anime went crazy. It's so incredibly dark and brutal. So you never get adopted in anime. That's what I've learned. Except Spy X Family with this Anya. That's the only anime I ever worked in. Every other anime. Never get adopted if you're in anime. That's lesson number one to survive in anime. Never get adopted. You see Promised Neverland? Never get adopted, okay? Never get adopted. Hello everyone, it's time for Vash. Last week and the before, there was some issues. So this week I have waited for the release on streaming, yeah. So this week, no problem, I promise, guys, because now I'm watching on stream. Yeah, it might be no, but you know, I used to watch on TV, right? But it's been struggling 2 weeks in a row, so I'm just watching it. So now I even got text here, guys. I even got English text now. So let's watch it. 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, usually, you know, issues happen very rarely, but 2 weeks in a row, man, with Vash, I was like, no, okay, we can take it safe this weekend. You know, we're gonna wait an hour until it gets out on, you know, the streaming sites and published and so on. But here we start. But now it's like perfect, you know, 180p and everything. Okay, Wolfwood tags it. He's gonna heal it up, boy. Nah, something like that. Yeah. Punisher. Drinks the potion. Then it's all back. Oh man, it's ice. That's a good scene, man. Yeah, Bakemono! Yeah, and then kills him. Yeah, Bakemono. You're a monster. So nice scene with the moon behind him. Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, but now it runs perfectly fine, right? Yeah, but last week, I mean, like I said, usually it doesn't happen, right? But you know how, I mean, if you do like I do, like one animation per day, right? And maybe some gaming, streaming some per day. Of course, in a month you can do at least 30 videos, right? And that probably more than that. Yeah, I don't know how many videos I do per month, but let's say I do at least 30 videos per month, right? Like one per day, like a daily video. That's pretty fair, right? Subscribe is like, yeah, that's pretty fair, right? So in 30 videos, I think it's not unreasonable, like 30 streams or whatever, that it's gonna be some lag or whatever sometimes, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's extremely rarely it just happen to the same thing twice, right? I guess that was my brain why I waited this week, that because yeah, having the same issue 2 weeks in a row, that just feels so uncommon. That's what I mean. Like one off week, one off is like one thing, but yeah, 2 weeks is like no. That is a pattern, right? Exactly, that's a pattern. If it happens more than one. But anyway, let's talk about it. But that is why I am an hour later this week. Yeah, just the reason why. Right? After that. Maybe here we go. Marriage. Where's the other waifu? Yeah, it's never gonna let it go, man. Only one of the waifus. Where's the other waifu? No, she has to appear eventually in the season, right? It has to. Yes, okay, we have her birthday, but there's no way they're not gonna take the other woman in eventually. There's no way. She might be a bad girl, right? I could live with that. If she appears as one of the main antagonists later on, I don't know, but they have to get their wife back, right? I also realized now that they have left-wing traffic. Yeah, there's one thing you see in anime a lot, right? For example, in Ice Shield, she look at her wheels on the wrong side. Yeah. For example, in Ice 21, right? You know, I love Ice 21. It's one of my favorite animes. I love sport animes. I love Ice 21. But in Ice Shield, they go to America, right, to play football. To play, you know, football, right? And they go to America, and of course they drive on the left side. Yeah. I remember I was in Ice Shield, and I was like, I understand it's made in Japan, but when you go to America and you know, the episode is in America, right? It's not in Japan anymore. It's seasons in America, and you're like, I'm pretty sure they drive on the right side in America. Yeah. So you do see that a lot in anime. Like here, she was still driving, you know, left side traffic, right? But I mean, maybe this dystopian future would have left side traffic. I won't say it's wrong, but you get my point. It's a little bit like, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like Wild West America, right? It probably would have Oh my god, another Vash orphan kid gonna die probably. That guy doesn't age, yeah, it's like something weird with Vash, man. Never aged, man. But that's the thing, right? I said it earlier, I mean, on first reaction, but if you have seen if you've seen the original anime, you would definitely be more like them, be like, this guy doesn't age or whatever, yeah. I think it's a little different, right? And again, what I mean is that if you watch the original show, you wouldn't know that Vash is an alien, right? Or an animal, but you wouldn't know he's not a human. So you would be like, she makes a good point. Why is that guy like permanently 25 or something? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, right? But now, because this anime course showing him, you know, as a kid and the whole space thing and so on, right? In episode 1, now we know him in eyes from space, right? With the spacecraft. So yeah, I don't know. They kind of removes. I don't know. What do you think? Leave comment below. I think it removes a little bit of that discovery, right, of watching the original life of Vash, because you're like, what, this guy's an alien? Yeah, it's more surprising. Now you're like, oh, he's like an alien, of course he's living. I don't know, but that being said though, of course, a lot of people watch this anime have seen the original one, right? It's a very famous anime, right? So they've seen the original one, so less people probably would be shocked by it, but I don't know, if you have never seen the original show, right, this obviously gives you a different feeling to it. But anyway, yeah, so they're gonna, you know, they're breast bromancing it here, right? Of course, one of anime's classic bromance. Vash and Wolf. Yeah, he's always like the white life for human. Okay, Vash trying to see a symbol there. That's a symbol of, you know, the whole, yeah. Same symbol the guy had that he was fighting in Desert 2. It's like a religious symbol, of course, in this anime. He's clearly there to target Vash. And maybe Wolf, I suppose, Wolfwood, but no, he's clearly coming here to. Yeah. Oh, this is really well done, though. Like how the cloth flies past him, and see how you have the Punisher. Yeah, he got the similar Punisher weapon, right? He's like two tiny Punishers. Yeah, kinda, right? When Wolf has the huge Punisher, he got like two tiny. Yeah, he got like two-handed Punishers, right? So very similar, of course. It's always Studio Orange is amazing. Yeah, very nice animation here. The fight is on, and CDI flow here. But yeah, he got like tiny Punishers, clearly, and he got the, you know, the cross. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly a preacher, just like Wolf, right? Yeah, he's clearly a priest, man. Of course, they know each other. Yeah, it's like, why are you here, Nanda? Because I mean, he got the preacher, he got the priest thing there. Yeah, the cross, the Christianity symbols. Once upon Livio, yeah. So I mean, obviously I've seen the original like 10 times, but he clearly got the cross going on. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Like, come on, you couldn't miss out on that. He clearly has all the religious symbolism, right? That, and this is like a church here, or an orphanage, rather, probably. Yeah. This is like Wolfwood coming to an orphanage, right? Yeah, like it's classic, right? Or maybe no, maybe Levi is coming. No, this is brother coming. I guess he's like sibling. Yeah, Livio, like it's his. It's like his brother, you know, orphanage brother. He was raised with, man. They obviously will turn into Promised Neverland. No, I'm just like, I'll sit here immediately, guys. Never get adopted in an anime. Yeah, I know I have Amda here in front of me here. She's like the only example. Her and Miri, I guess, then in Body That is. It's the only example of when adoption works in anime. Yeah, never got adopted in the anime, man. This is never gonna go. Even Steve Levy was like a cyborg. This is never gonna go well, man. But this is cute now, though. It's like his big brother Wolf. Yeah, Onishan. I like how they changed the animation here. Yeah, they stopped being CGI, right? Yeah, it's very interesting. This anime, it's so well done in that sense. Yeah, like look at this. It's not CGI anymore. It's like, you know, normal animation, right? And so on. Yeah, it's faking it. Yeah, classic Big Brother tricks. Classic Big Brother, man. Classic Big Bros. Yeah, I'm Nikorasu Dī Urufūddo. But I think it's really interesting that they stopped using CGI for this flashback. I mean, that it kind of like reminds me of, for example, Nier, right? In the game or whatever. In that game, it's kind of opposite, right? In that game, you kind of have it being anime, for example, then they go into CGI. If you play the game, right, to do same thing too, where like one part of the game of Replicant, the remake, is like a visual novel game. You have to read through like a journal. It's like some kind of weird, like you have to pick the right path in the labyrinth, but the labyrinth, you know, it's like 2D, and you know, in the Nier Automata, you turn into this like weird 3D world and so on. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that, how they're like mixing different art styles or different, you know, perspective, whatever. This is why I love, you know, Studio Orange, because they figure out that, you know, oh, we can have like, you know, really good CGI, but you know, a flashback in this weird, like, yeah, this kind of like old school animes that would be even, you know, would make it even more impactful. Yeah, so really smart, I think, from a production standpoint. Maybe it costs more than, because they have to change, but you know, make the flashback really stick out so much. But yeah, so this is of course his brother, and they're both from the same orphanage church and everything. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's like the religious undertones are very clear. But like I said in my Wolfwood review, I always like this character because he's like a cool, you know, like priest guy, you know, fighting with the big cross and so on. Yeah, I always like the whole team, right? Like this like Wild West guy, and of course his brother here, same, right? He has like 2 cross instead of 4 cross. Then yeah, he's like a tiny cross guy. If you think about it, his eye thing is somewhat like a cross too. He kind of covered his eye a little bit, almost kind of looks like a cross as well, right? A lot of like religious undertones, definitely. These poor guys. Yeah, we can't pay for the repair costs. Yeah, this poor guy have no money, man. How are we gonna pay for the car and so on? Yeah, so I don't know, it's expensive, yeah. Oh, they were chased by someone like weird behind them. Oh, it's coming some kind of clown. It's like Mad Max with clowns. Yeah. This is a classic Mad Max scene. Soon like guys will come and play, you know, a guitar and be like, whoa! Yeah. He was like the guy with the guitar solo, man, in the flamethrower. But yeah, here comes some weird, like, but I mean, it definitely is a part of all of these animes, right? Or sorry, animes. But I mean, if you have some kind of dystopian desert, you know what? Yeah, dystopian desert city or whatever, right? Or country or something, or whole planet. You need to have one of these weird, like. I know it's getting adopted. It's gonna go Promised Neverland on him. Yeah, it's like you're getting a father. Oh, it's never gonna. You pass the test. Man, they got big op-eyes, those workers. Yeah, they got huge op-eyes. My God, those 2 ladies next to him, they was like they had to scream with their boobs. What? I can't be the only guy. My God, those ladies. It's like, I don't know, they're cyborgs or nah. I think they just work for them. They work for Knives or Legato or whatever. Right now, they just like they work for his evil church, right? His evil religion. But it's like, yeah, whatever. They're some kind of, I don't know, nuns then, I guess. Yeah, these nun ladies, man, they got big op-eyes. Yeah. But anyway, he obviously is gonna be like sent to some freaking laboratory or something. I mean, I've seen anime before, guys. I know what's happening when someone get adopted by, you know, like a bunch of weird monster-looking guys. Yeah, it really fits like Promised Neverland. Here comes like 5 guys dressed up as like cyborg or something. Oh, it's an experiment. Oh, what a surprise. What the fuck is happening though? This anime is so weird. It's not even dark. It's not only darker, but it is like some weird psychedelic trick or something. Yeah, this explains how he heats himself. But yeah, what is this? Like how weird, like psychedelic trip or something. This anime is psychedelic and dark. Okay, yes, there are needs, I guess. That's the same thing he's drinking in the beginning of the episode. Yeah, feels like a dream. And oh yeah, he's all the orphanage, or maybe it's Livio, I guess. Though it's like, yeah, his siblings or Livio, and yeah, waving to him in like a rainbow. But now it turned into the other siblings. No, first it was Livio, but now it turned into his other siblings, and then they're like all waving to him in rainbow colors. And like this anime is so weird. Like but like I said earlier, you know, the backstory was in animation, and then this is like some psychedelic trip or something. It's like a psychedelic trip now instead. And of course, it's being tortured in some disgusting laboratory. Yeah, and side effects. But I mean, it's kind of Knives' memo, right? He takes the children and, yeah, we saw that episode 2, right? He takes the children and experiments them and gives them powers and, you know, try to give them different mental powers or healing powers or whatever, right? Or, you know, make them to cyborgs and so on. So that's like a Wolfwood escaping now, I guess. Yeah. And then, of course, these guys are working for the church or whatever. But it reminds me of Deadpool, how it's like, I can escape thanks to you give me powers, yeah. Because of course, Wolverine has powers already, you know. When Wolverine when he escapes Project X, he got the adamantium, right? But he actually had, of course, he's a mutant, right? But Deadpool isn't a mutant, you know. He's like, he gets powers by going there, right? So he can solve his cancer, right? But then he can escape because he got healing powers. So it's very similar. He's like, haha, I can heal myself, so I can escape, yeah. See? It's very Deadpool-y. I can escape this project now because I can run out with my healing powers. Yeah, Shubarashi, he can heal himself, and that's why he can survive the prison, or the escape plan, I mean, yeah. It's kind of classic, you know, you experimented with me, but this is so classic, right? Yeah, you gave me powers to escape, basically. Classic, classic. Yeah, back to the orphanage, back to his family. Oh. Oh, no, it's like I had a knife so legato someone with some weird metal. Ah, he rammed him! Someone is ramming him! Oh, someone is ramming him! It was a lot of ram. I guess it's like either knives or legato, right? Something like mental powers, like telekinetics. Man, S plus boy, yeah, S by Shonen. It's like super rare or something. Yeah, he got the healing powers. Ah, yes, he gets to be part of the Eye of Michael, of course, like, you know, Michael from Christianity, yeah. So he gets recruited, yeah, basically, right? He's like, yeah, you healing powers, you're part of the crew now, guy. Yeah, you're like an angel now, yeah. So Michael, of course, is, you know, God's, you know, angel, you know, Michael and Gab, you know, Archangel, you know. Yeah, so he gets part of the, you're an angel now. Yeah, so he has to be, of course, legato, right? Of course, legato is like the worst person in. Yeah, the legato scene is like one of the anime's greatest scenes, of course. Yeah, the gun scene with legato, right? It's like one of the greatest animes of all time, I think. But yeah, he's recruited to be one of the angels of. But I mean, it makes sense, right? It's very Christianity based, right? On American religion, and of course, one of the art. Oh, and here goes his brother, of course. Here goes his brother, Livio. He also been adopted. Yeah, well, like, I guess he got a similar power of healing for some reason, probably. But it really reminds me of, you know, Wolverine and Weapon X, yeah, or Deadpool, whatever, yeah. Like, we got a bunch of healing kids, right? We experiment on them, and then we set them free to do our bidding, mind control them. Yeah, it's very similar. These two guys, Wolfwood and Livio, yeah, we send them out with the, like, Weapon X programming to do our bidding. Yeah, very similar. He got his, you know, telekinetic powers, you know, he got his mental powers, yeah. He goes. Oh, his eyes are ready. But one of his eyes was already like cyborgic in the future, so yeah, his left eyes are ready like. I guess he has no emotion then, like his reference here. Probably. Yeah, so keep insulting his hair color. Blue summers. Yeah. He can heal. No, don't kill this guy. He can get super healing powers. Yeah, he's useful, man. Like, don't destroy him. His body is like super legit, man. Yeah. Priest William. Yeah. He's the best kid we have here. Man, this is so dark, man. But it was extra weird with the whole psychedelic effects, man. And the hand waving to him, that was extra weird when they made the hand waving and so on. That was super strange. But almost turned into mostly a Wolfwood flashback episode, yeah. Livio is gonna be. I mean, so much time left now to fight Livio, but man, the CGI is so good here. Like they're running on the side here, like Vash running kind of on the corner, like with the CGI doing this 3D view. That's beautiful. Very well done there. It's always this anime, extremely well done. But yeah, this episode has 3 different art styles. That's really impressive. Yeah. Yeah, don't fight my bro, man. Yeah, it's like, that's my little brother. That's my little Ototo. Yeah, my Ototo. But I also like that I said he has like two Punishers. Yeah, two tiny Punishers. He's like duo Willy Punishers. Or he can't speak? I don't know, maybe Vash gonna hit him out of it. I don't know. He's almost like being mind controlled. Yeah, this guy obviously got some kind of like they destroy his brain, I guess, with the weird eye thing. This anime is ridiculously sad, man. He almost has to like defeat his brother here, right? He will have to probably kill his brother, I mean, clearly. Oh yeah. Oh, he goes the bad guy. Yeah, the other part of the... Yeah, part of the angels, right, of course. Yeah. Oh, he's looking at the bug, of course. I see. He's using one of his bugs, of course, to observe the fight. Yeah, if you kill him, they need another kids. But I mean, the bug guy isn't even a human, though. He's like, humans are disgusting, yeah. But, you know, the bug kid isn't even a human. He's like a human in the original anime, but in the OG manga isn't, right? So, following the manga, that of course be the OG, the real OG, of course, yeah, the manga. The bug isn't even a human at all. He's like older than humanity on this planet, though, so... He hates humans. He's like an angel of Michael hates humans makes sense, right? He's like, humans, disgusting, yeah. Like, he's probably actually the most... I would say relatable but reasonable bad guy, because he actually isn't even a human. He's just like, everyone else are like evil humans, right? Yeah, but he's just like, I won't even embrace this guy, yeah. And he has his Bible in his hand there. No, but I love this character. That's why I love, you know, this anime, because it also has a lot of religious undertones. Yeah, he got this Bible, like Kuma in One Piece is like, I will crush them, yeah. It's just God's will and so on, yeah. It's like, the books tells me to crush them and so on, you know. It's like, I mean, that's stuff is into too, right? He's just like, yeah, I got the power of God and so on. And then this bad guy didn't really do anything. No, he just, he left it. I guess he just looked at it. Oh, he's gonna aim it at the orphanage? I keep saying it, never gets adopted in anime. Yeah, he's like aiming the ship at the orphanage. It's like, it's so evil, man. Oh, here comes the bombs too. Ah, from the guy we saw earlier, of course. Here they come. Yeah, this is the guy that did drive past them earlier. Yeah, these like the marauders. But like he's like aiming it at the orphanage or something. Maybe the bugs put them there. Maybe. Yeah, what you do, Punisher? But like, it's so evil. We're gonna crash the orphanage. This anime is so evil. They're like, it's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, it's like, what? It's all about who we let to live. Very legato of him. Very legato, yeah. Who would you let to live? He's still laughing. Yeah, he's just laughing. We're playing games. Yeah, they love doing this stuff. Maybe Vash is going to use real powers then in the next episode. The current episodes are ending now, but I feel Vash might be able to do fish shit if he takes it seriously. But yeah, very legato, you know. Very legato. Always that classic. Always that classic, like, you're gonna have to pick who's gonna live or die. It's like very classic legato. It's like, who should die? Yeah, he's like, that's right. But I say to me, like I keep saying it, like never gets stopped, never goes to an orphanage in anime, right? Because yeah, this guy's like, I'm gonna like crash it into the orphanage. He's like going the what's called Speed 2, yeah, like Speed 2 aiming the boat into the orphanage. Yeah, let's go. Anyway, let's review the episode. Never get adopted in anime. That's the thing I would say again, right? What is happening in Vash, man? I mean, obviously, I understand the story now, but I'm just like, my God, it's so weird. Some psychedelic dark thing. You see him like, oh, I'm sorry, and then we see the kids like waving from the orphanage, and it's just like, what is this? And then we see Wolfwood getting crushed by the, you know, kind of typical psychic crush thing, ramming kind of ram right in L0, where she gets like grip. He rammed her. My God, the anime is so more brutal, right? Every episode is more and more brutal. They have really captured the dark side of the anime, of the original, and nothing of the positive side, so to speak, not of the goody, you know, happiness. And I said again, I said they're great, but I can really say some people are will dislike this isn't right. Yeah, I have some comments like last week being like, oh, I like Vash for, you know, love and peace, the pacifism, right? And yes, he fights the bad guys, but it's most see like a happy. But his anime is just like constantly darkness. And now I went into some psychedelic, weird torture scene. Yeah, very strange, very hard episode, right? And of course, Wolfwood, you know, we see a bit of his own childhood and his brother from the orphan and so on. And I was thinking about it. I said earlier, I don't think it's a big spoiler, right? But it closely was Promised Neverland, the end of storyline. Again, spoiler warning, Promised Neverland, episode 1, right? You learn that the orphanage actually used, you know, kids, just hate the kids and eats them, whatever, right? Yeah. Being an orphan is just a trap, right? To eat them, basically, right? And, you know, being adopted is terrible, yeah. And I feel that's kind of how every anime is, of course. Again, Promised Neverland, the whole anime is about escaping the orphanage, right? But I do think that's like a very trope, right? Yeah, never gets adopted. I was listening, though. I'm thinking about it. I feel it's two different versions of orphanage in anime and also gaming, right? You either have this orphanage, like this thing here, where everyone's like, ah, yeah, or you have the old orphanage, where usually it's like not the main character, but like the main character's friend. You know what I mean? So you have like a party member, right? And the party member, maybe like the warrior lady, and the biff muscular warrior lady. She's like, oh well, when I get rich is over, I'm gonna make an orphanage to protect small kids. You know, yeah. You either have that kind of, you know, like badass warrior, usually a woman, right? Yeah, badass warrior lady. Wanting to run an orphanage, right? And then it's all wholesome and everyone loves her, and she got like a bunch of adopted kids, and it's just like, you know, Big Mom, my kind of character, right? And not like Big Mom, but more like an actual happy Big Mom, right? You know, has like 50 kids, right? They all love her and so on. It's either that or it's this thing. It's nothing in between. Yeah, there's nothing in between in anime. It's either like freaking hellish torture or like, oh my god, I love my mom, yeah. There's nothing in between in anime. You only have this. But anime, guys, we subscribe. Based on like, so you guys see some more animes, so I go series of animes, like Taro, of course, Macadamia, that was very cool with Deku, and also of course we have Revenge, so of course One